There's nothing like running the Boston Marathon. I come up every year from Houston to run the marathon, and no matter what the weather, it's the best marathon out there. So,
being from Massachusetts, I grew up watching the Boston Marathon, and I also see the impact that the race has on the community. And from 2011 to 2015, John Hancock graciously supported Team with a Vision. And with that, we are proud to present to John Hancock and Tom the award for community partnership.
To all of the individuals that are here supporting the runners, not just the guides, but the families and the support networks that the runners have, because it's a huge sacrifice to train for a marathon, no matter your abilities. And I'd say it's equally, well, not equally, it's a sacrifice on those that are around them to ensure that they do the trainings that need to be done and all of the other things in their lives are taken care of. So thank you to the support networks. The Boston Marathon is a special, special race. John Hancock has had the honor of sponsoring it for 33 years. It's a special race because for most runners, you have to run really, really, really fast to qualify at another race in order to gain entry. But that, to me, is not what defines the Boston Marathon. What defines the Boston Marathon is what Richard touched on, which is community. He said, nothing will take us down, nothing will defeat the heart of the city because we take care of one another. And he said that 5 years ago. But that has been true for 25 years with Team with a Vision and MAPV. And that heart and the spirit that's reflected in this room is an inspiration to me and an inspiration to all of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome CEO of MAB Community Services, Barbara Salisbury.
Good evening. I'm Barbara Salisbury, the CEO of MAB Community Services, and I want to thank Chaz Davis and Lisa Thompson for honoring John Hancock and Tom Crohan for accepting the award on behalf of John Hancock. But I'd also like to add a few words on the important role that John Hancock has played in Boston, on being a model corporate citizen, and providing the leadership to make Boston the kind of community we all want to live in. For the past 33 years, John Hancock has been the corporate sponsor of the Boston Marathon, and as part of doing that, has provided over 1,000 Boston Marathon bibs to select nonprofit organizations throughout the community, providing these organizations with a significant fundraising opportunity. And for many of the 25 years of Team with a Vision's history, and up until 2 years ago when MAB became an official Boston Athletic Association charity, those bibs from John Hancock were what sustained our team and allowed us to raise money for services to individuals who are blind or visually impaired. But more than that, John Hancock, founded in the 19th century and headquartered in Boston, has long been a leader in championing women and individuals with disabilities, giving them the opportunity to succeed. Two examples that are near and dear to our hearts illustrate this exemplary leadership are Al Gazagian and Barbara Gillis. Al Gazagian was born blind. He was a brilliant leader and was on the MAB board for 50 years before his death in 2010. And though Al was a Harvard graduate, he found few work opportunities for those without sight. He finally landed a job as a typist at John Hancock Insurance, transcribing tapes from dictation machines. During the next 39 years, he rose to become a senior official at John Hancock, overseeing corporate planning. Along the way, he helped many others with disabilities gain employment and overcome barriers to achieve success. And Barbara Gillis, who worked for John Hancock for 30 years. In 1950, at the start of the Korean War, John Hancock began training their best secretaries to become underwriters, fearing that their male sales force would be disseminated by the draft. Barbara was one of those secretaries, and in 1970 became the first woman regional group underwriting coordinator in Boston. Now at 103, she is the coordinator of our support group for the blind and visually impaired in Hingham, having become legally blind more than 18 years ago. We are proud of the history we share with John Hancock. And I want to thank you all for being here tonight and hope you enjoy your dinner.